Quilliam.
That's right. We do Groundhog Day a little bit differently in Dayton. If you've ever been to the Boonshoft Museum of Discovery on Groundhog Day, it's Hedgehog Day, or at least it has been the past 3 years. This is Quilliam the hedgehog. Here he is coming out of his burrow this morning. But what did he say here for the Miami Valley? Are we going to get 6 more weeks of winter or an early spring? Well, here's the result. He did not see his shadow either. So we're looking at an early spring here in the Miami Valley, and Buckeye Chuck up in Marion, Ohio, also predicting an early spring. So we have 3 out of 3 in our favor if you're looking for some mild temperatures. And I do have that in the forecast. But before we get there, dense fog that will start to develop in some communities tonight. And then the February thaw continues before rounds of rain. Those will be our weather makers this week, not snow for the first full week of February. Here's a live look in downtown Troy at the traffic circle. And while I'm not seeing any fog here, I did get some Facebook comments that we do have some pockets of fog developing up in Miami County already tonight. So something to keep in mind. Here's a live look outside in Beaver Creek. No fog yet either, but again, it's going to be very patchy and continue to develop overnight. 35 degrees right now, just a nice, easy southeasterly breeze. The wind chill not much of a factor for us. Finally, not a problem. Heading into Sunday morning, according to our Skycast, we are keeping that fog layer around and the temperature is staying relatively steady. 37 degrees above freezing at 7 a.m. But if you're heading out for work and church, keep that in mind that you might run into some fog in some areas. But by noon, it should be gone, unlike today where it took a little bit longer for that fog to work out of here. Then the wind kicking up south 10 miles per hour means we're really going to crank up the temperatures tomorrow. Here's 1 p.m. out at Riverscape Metro Park. They're open from 1 to 5 for ice skating tomorrow despite the mild air. 50 at 1 p.m., 52 at 3 p.m., and then 51 at 5 o'clock. And by the way, tomorrow night sunset at 5:58. We're creeping closer and closer to 6 p.m. and later. But speaking of Sunday evening, after 6 o'clock, temperatures will stay mild, right around 40 degrees. 9 p.m. we're still in the same ballpark as we will be Monday morning at 7 a.m. as kids finally head back to school after being off for about 5 days due to the Arctic blast. Here's noon, already up into the 50s on Monday, but we are mostly cloudy. And then 3 to 6 p.m., that's when our next weather maker arrives, bringing that potential for a few scattered showers. That's about it. Mid-50s throughout the day, and we're going to be staying very mild heading into Tuesday. A little bit cooler, though, on Tuesday, 45 degrees. By the way, Tuesday will be the first day that we have a sunset later than 6 p.m. 50 on Wednesday with a few light showers throughout the day, but Thursday we're going to have even more rain and even some wind and the potential for a rumble of thunder or two in the evening. Here's Thursday evening. We're seeing some yellows and oranges mixing in as a cold front passes. That's when we could hear a rumble of thunder, but maybe even a few flurries by Friday morning. But right now, the winter weather side not looking too bad.